Hello everyone, Felicia here, and I am going to be giving you a tour of my scrap room. It is 2022 and I decided to go ahead and really clean it up and make it look decent so that I can give you guys a really grandiose tour of my scrap room. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm sorry for the gloomy day. I do have the lights on in the scrap room, and I'm trying to make sure that you get plenty of lighting and things like that so that you can see exactly how my scrap room is set up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Okie dokie, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try my best to keep it as stable as possible. I cannot guarantee that. What we're going to do is we're going to start over here on this side of the wall here. And right here I have my, it's like a pegboard type of little thing, and I got this from IKEA. Now they have different things that you can put into these pegboards, but this is what I got from IKEA, and I arranged it how I wanted to. And so here's where I have my glue sticks. I'm not glue sticks, glue pins. My glue pins are here, and then right here I have my small precise scissors, and then in here I have all of my small tweezers, super sharp ones and things like that. And then I have in here some of those little square notepads from, oh gosh, I can't remember. I forgot what, oh, it says right on there, pick me up. And then right here I have the labels. I use these often, that's why I put them there. And then I have a little bit of these, which I'm not a really big fan of, so they're there. And then up here I have my Thickers round circle rulers. I have my rulers here, and then here I have all of my Tim Holtz, what you call those little thingies there, the tonic whatchamacallits there. Okay, so anyway, and then here I have my curvy cutters. I finally took them out of their packages. They've been in their packages since I bought them, and I decided to hang them right there to create space somewhere else. And then I have my T ruler and my close to my heart ruler right here. And if you notice, that got little tiny holes in it here so that you can punch holes for stitching and things like that. So that's what that is. And then my scissors right here. Okay, so that is it for the wall there. That's all I have hanging there. And so now we're going to move down to my Roscoe cards. Well, actually, two of them are Roscoe cards, and the other one is a Michaels card. And I'll explain that as I go, what happened with that. Okay, so this is my Roscoe card. This was actually the second one I purchased, and then the gray one was the third one I purchased, and then the black one that used to sit over here was the third one. I'm sorry, did I say third? So this one's the first, the second, and then there was a black one over here that was the third, and then that's the fourth one, this one right here. So the black one broke, the wheel on it broke, but it broke to the point to where it has to be welded, and so I removed it. Because it was just getting on my nerves because it would just collapse sometimes. So here is where I keep all of my 3x4 cards, and I have the new storage system here that you can see from scrapbook.com, and I really love it. I am in love with those things. So, and I have a bunch of them. I have two more, although I haven't been able to organize the two bottom layers of this cart right here, this one and this one, because I need some more of them. So I only have two left, and I need about 3 or 4 more of them, and so I'm going to get some here later. And then I have all of my embellishments on this card at the top, and then once again at the bottom I have some more of those scrapbook.com storage holders for my 3x4s and my 4x6 cards, and at the bottom as well, which is pretty cool. So now we come over here, and I'm at this cart. This used to be the Black Roscoe cart, but now no more. The cool thing about this cart is it has on the side here some little hooks and things like that. This is removable. All of this that's on the side here. Let me see if I can get in here closer. So this is removable, those little pegs that you see, and this little basket here. It's just hanging on a pegboard type of deal, metal pegboard thing. So, and then this is the shelf here, and then down the bottom I have some more cards and things like that. Now those cards are just for, those were like my scraps, and I cut them into 3x4 cards, 4x6 cards, and then if it was too small, just a little too small to be a 3x4 card, it was basically put into another container. So those are my 3 cards that I have over here on the side, and that's what they house, embellishments in 3x4, 4x6 cards. And then I also have my little stamps collections, my little stamp thingies there. Okay, so now we're going to move. I'm going to take you over to here, and we're going to start here on our tour. Okay, so right here is where I have all of my wood veneers. A lot of people ask me where I got this from. I got it from Michael's, but I got it from Michael's like 3 years ago, and they don't carry them anymore. I've tried to find them, and they don't carry them anymore, but this is where all my wood veneers are housed. And what I like about these is that they come out. So you can open them, and you can, and it lifts right on out, and then you take that over to your work area, and then you just take it back over here if you when you're done with it, and you put it back in there. It's very easy to, and I really like it. So let me move these out the way. So that is what it looks like in its full spectrum there. A lot of people are like, wow, and it's 1, 2, 3, let's see, yeah, 4 pieces, and they interlock together, so that's why it looks like that, because I bought them 2 at a time when I bought them. So, but that's what those look like, and they're really cool, and I really like them. And they house all my wood veneers, and every last one of them are full. I store my wood veneer by shapes, by words, and whatever, you know, maybe. So now down below we have my things that hold the little bamboo box here that holds my tags. These are all my tags, every last one of them. This thing is stuffed and full to the brim. I stopped buying tags because I bought a tag maker, so no more have to do that. And then I have washi tape. Now this is by far not all of my washi tape. I have washi tape where I study at, a big old container full. And I also have more washi tape which in the scrap room here, which I will take you over. And then we have this little thing. Now this little thing, well, it came with some compartments. I, of course, Jimmy rigged it to where I want it, so that's why it fits all 4 of these. It used to just fit the 3 white ones, but then I Jimmy rigged it so it can fit that. And then the shelf is right here, and it's holding up the washi tape. So right there. So real quickly, we just have this thing is full of alphas that are not thickers. Okay. And then down here we have packages, unopened packages of all kinds of ephemera, memorabilia, and all this kind of stuff that I've collected over the time. And it's packed and it's heavy. And then I'm taking you down here. We have I have some felt, glitter felt here. I have some regular felt here. I have my scissors. These are very sharp, very nice to work with, especially when you're cutting material or pom-poms. And then I have my project, my Ali Edger's story and project refills right here that goes into the binder that I have. And then this is my sewing box from my sewing machine that sits over on the other shelf, which we'll go over and see that later. And then right here is more felt, traveler's notebook inserts, some posties, some bags, gift bags that I can decorate, which is what I do. I decorate gift bags and stuff like that. And then this is my stationery for vintage stationery and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and close that. Ooh, all right. So now we're gonna stand up. So that is that unit right there. All right, so now we are at this big, gigantic Kallax unit, which we used to call Expedites, but they've changed the name to Kallax. This is two. The one from, let's see, the one from here down is one unit, and then from here up is another unit on its side. Story, I painted that one, the one at the top. I painted it white because it used to be black. And I painted it white because they no longer sold them with that same thick brim, which I'm going to get close. They no longer have this thick brim like these do anymore. And see how thick it is all the way around on all four sides. And so they no longer sell them like that. So I decided to keep my black one and paint it white. And trust me, it took lots and lots and lots of coats, but it is good enough to be in here, and it matches everything else. The big white one at the bottom used to belong to my daughter, and so now it's mine because she's gone, moved out, starting her own life, and so I kept it. Okay, so we are going to do that last because there's a lot on there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take you along here to this area. Yes, and so we're going to work our way and from that end towards the middle, so that way we can get it all, because I have to sit on the floor to show you the rest of the stuff over there. So this little thingy here hanging up is a recollections piece right here. I am working on having someone customize me one of these, and I'm going to have it painted white. I do want it customized and to fit the way I want it to fit, and I want it a little wider, and not so much longer, but wider, so that I can do what I want to do with it, because it does kind of come down a little too low, and then plus I don't want it to go too high, so that's one of the reasons why I want it wider. So I already have a picture of what I want, and I'm going to get a new one of those. But so along with me saying that, at the top you see I have all of my mists and sprays and things like that, even some of the stuff that don't exist anymore. Yes, it still works. I have more mists and sprays right here. These are all my texture pastes, and yes, they still work. And these are some of my inks, my ink oxides. I didn't get a whole lot of them. And in the, let's see, in the very back there, you see my milk paints. I got a bunch of those. And then I have some more ink pads, which are Stays On and VersaFine, which I still have the same VersaFine ink pad, and I've been using the crap out of that thing since 2000. I don't want to talk about it. I'll just say 2014. And then we have some more distress stains here, and I have some enamel accents when they still work, and a few old stamps that I've had for a long time. And a real camera, but it doesn't work. This is a real old school camera. He just doesn't work anymore. And then I have some of my Ali Edwards ink pads here, some of the glimmers paints there, and just I don't have a whole lot of them, so that's why they're there. And then there's the bottom here. I have what we call our Bruchot paints, and I love messing with these Bruchot paints. I love messing with these things. These things are so fun. I really do. You have a little scooper, and you take the little scooper out, and then you you spray water down, and then you take the little scooper and you put the paint on top, and it just bursts into this beautiful colors. And then we have some more Stays On ink pads there. And then we have some of our, okay, last time I did my video, I called it Dr. Bombay because I was looking at the title of it, but it's actually Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay ink. I don't know why I said Dr. Bombay. Anyway, so I have some of those there too. And then I have my Big Shot here and my sewing machine. That's the real sewing machine. And then I have my Cameo silhouette down there, and I think it's 3. And then I have my sewing machine that sews. It's the, what is it called? Sew Easy? No, wait, I think it is. I don't remember. Anyway, so this is from We Are, and that sews twine and stuff like that. I have my cinch. Yes, I still have a cinch. Oh, let's see if it focuses. Yep, there it goes. I still have my cinch there. I have my WeAre typewriter that works just fine. I have my smaller silhouette down near yonder, and then next to it is just a bunch of plugs. And way, way, way in the back, oh my God, is my Minch. Yep, he's back there. Haven't used him yet, so yeah, I know, I haven't used him yet. So that's what's back there. And then here, I'm going to have to take a seat because there's a bunch of drawers here that I need to go through real quickly, and then we have this stuff here, over here, which I found really cool. Okay, so we'll get to that. Alrighty, so on the top here, I'll just move this. That's my Ali Edwards travel kit and my 31 Things kits. So I have some lanterns here, and I guess you guys are wondering why I have those lanterns here. So that starts the whole story of the vintage ASMR scrapbooking that I do. And if you've seen that on my channel, you know, but I use the lanterns. Sometimes I use that lantern, or I'll use that lantern and I'll light it. You know, I think it's cool. Okay, so down here we have, and what's on the drawers, the names that's on the drawers are no longer there. I just haven't changed them. So I got this monstrosity here, and it works really well at Michael's when they had it for 50% off, and it only cost me like, I think it was like 25 bucks. Whereas if I remember correctly, it was like $50 when they first came out for it, but it's pretty cool. Oh, no, you know what? It was $60. That's what it was. Okay. Anyway, so what I have in here is a bunch of notepads, paper pads, I'm sorry, of different textures. Like I got corrugated, and I got this shiny, and I have my burlap, and then I have some Vicky Bouton ones back there, and I also have some cork notepads here as well. So that's what's in there. What's in here is, I know it says AE kits, but it used to be my Ali Edwards kits, but I've totally outgrown this drawer. So I keep all the acrylic words from the kits that I received from Ali Edwards. So this is where they are, and I use them, and I use them on all kinds of projects, not just my scrapbooking project. And then I have my stamp sets. These are my label stamp sets from, let's see, AC, I don't remember. What does AC stand for? American Crafts? No, I don't remember. Anyway, so, but that's that. And then I have a bunch of alpha stamps in here and number stamps. So that's really what I have in here, is just that. And that's all I have. And then in here, which took me forever to do, is my sequins. So these are all the sequins that I own. These are actually all the sequins from Spiegelman Scraps. Wow. Yes, and I was on her design team a couple times there, and trust me, it was so much fun, and I enjoy so much of doing it. But I had to stop because I had to get to finish up my schooling, my last semester of school. So that's why. But this is all of my sequences, and they're all in these little tiny, open up this little thing here. They're all in these little tiny little holders, and they fit too. So you know that these fit. And I got this from Amazon. It's pretty pricey though for the thingy, but it's very, very sturdy. And each one of these, and then I put the, let's see if it's going to focus here because I'm using a different camera. So I guess you don't want to focus. Okay, there it goes. Let's see if I can get, there we go. So Simply the Zest. So each one of these have their own, you know, names of what she was titling her, what Jody was titling. Sorry, I can't even talk here. Her sequence mix. So this is where I put them all because I love them, and I loved being on her team. Trust me, I couldn't do it. I thought I could, but it got really rough with the osteology class that I was taking. So, ooh, boy. Yeah, so that's what's in this drawer, and that's it. And there's the extra labels there. And I said, oh, I lied. And let me see if I get in this little jar of mixed sequins that, you know, if they fall on the floor or something, that's where I pick them up and put them in because I don't feel like trying to figure out where they go. The next drawer is just a bunch of trim. that I use. The next drawer has all of my Sizzix stuff in here, my plates and stuff. The next drawer has tissue paper, which I'm going to be taking that out and using this drawer for something else. The next drawer is all of my quilling materials. And then the last drawer is just photos and stuff. Okay, so now we are at the Kallax drawers, and I got that from IKEA. And I did labels, so what's on the labels is exactly what's in the drawers. So, yeah, because I don't want to keep it that way. But we'll start at the top here. So what we have at the top are some of these cool little Prima Rosa markers. I mean, they're not the best, but they work very well for watercolor. And if you just want to just practice with watercolor, they were inexpensive. I think I only paid 30 bucks for them, and you get 60 dual tips, and they really work really well for watercolor. So I was like, oh, what the heck. And they come in this cool little canister too. So I'll take the lid off. If I can take it off with one hand. Oh, there it goes, and it's off. Haha. So that's what they look like. Okay. And so that's what they look like. They got the fine tip at one end and then the brush tip. Oh my gosh, come on, focus. Okay, I guess it's not going to focus. It's got too many things to focus on, so maybe if I get closer. Okay, I guess it's not going to focus for me. Anyway, so that's what those are. But you can get these from Amazon, and I think they're pretty cool. They work well for me when I just want to watercolor. And then we have some brush pens, of course, from oh my god. I am really getting really bad. So I'm trying to remember where I got this stuff. Anyway, so we got some Nuvo brush color pens here. That's what these are, and it's different colors. And then we have some other Nuvo stuff here at the top. This is all where the markers are. And then we have a thing loaded because I was collecting. I was getting their kits and stuff, and so we have that. It's loaded full of all kinds of Nuvo drops. And yeah, look at that. Nuvo drops, Nuvo glitter, Nuvo whatever the case may be at the bottom there, you know. All kinds of goodies there. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what that is. All right. So these are my drawers here. And there's some things in there. We'll go through those pretty quickly. We have acrylic blocks, like it says. All kinds of acrylic blocks in there. Miscellaneous. Well, basically my fountain pens and all my inks and stuff for my fountain pens are in there. The next one is the Tim Holtz paper. I had more in here, but I started using it for my vintage, so I took the other 2 rolls and they're stored someplace else. And we have some borders here, and then I also have some of those guys in here. The next one we have our piercing mats and some wax paper. The next one we have our small scrapbooks or little books so that you could make. So I'm not sure. So they're like mini albums, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those just yet. I might just go ahead and use them all and give them as gifts for people coming up this year for birthdays and things like that. Then again, I don't know. And then here I have all my large alphas, like big ones. Ellie Edwards large alphas, Studio Calico large alphas, all my huge, large, gigantic alphas that I have nowhere else to go. Chipboard, plastic, acrylic, it doesn't matter, they're all in here. The next drawer I have all of my paint stuff. This is paints and things like that. And more paints right here. And then the last drawer is my old school cutters and my tonic cutter right there and everything. That's there. Some of the old school, some of the very first We Are Memory Keeper boards are down in there. Anyway, so that's what it is. And that's what I meant. Tonic Studio stuff. That's what it was. I don't know what's going on. All right, so now we're going to move over to the cubes. and then we'll get so you can see what's over there. Okay, so these are all of my cubes. There's a lot to go through, so I'm really not going to go through all of that, but I will show you some special cubes. All of these are collections. Some of these are collections, and some of them are my Allie Edwards scrapbooking kits, because she does a quarterly scrapbooking kits thing, and that's the only one I subscribe to, believe it or not, and her story kit. And then we have some kits that I put together myself. So down here we have all of my stuff for like blending tools and things like that. Down here we have some old school stickers from, good grief, let me see, from October Afternoon. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and I don't use them that much because they don't sell them anymore, and I'm being super like frugal with them. Down here I got a basket of tools, scissors, hole punchers, things like that. Here is where my large wood veneer live, and then I have about 3 rolls of the new 3D foam dots, and I got this from Spiegelbaum Scraps. So I have 3 rolls of this. This is just one that's not open, so I put it right there. And then down in here I have some papers and files from classes that I've taken. All right, so now that we did this middle, and I apologize, we should go up here. And this is to the big, I have a big green tray, I'm sorry, storage organizer from IKEA that this lid goes to. This is a lid. It looks like a lunch tray to me, so I just use it as a tray for when I do my projects. And then here we have my Project Life miscellaneous size plastic sleeves. So in other words, they're not Project Life sleeves. This is just the box to house them in. So but all my Project Life stuff is on the other shelf, and we'll go over there. And then we have my buttons here, my paints here. We have miscellaneous stuff here that I still have to go through and I haven't really cleaned out yet. We have my We Are Memory Keepers hole puncher right here. And in this thingy we have, let's see if I can pull this out. In this thingy we have some wood blocks. So, and then that is my what is my ink. So this is in my Ranger's Archival little inks right there. And then here we have small hole punchers, small punchers that do different things. Washi tape tear, hole punchers to make reinforcements, as leaves and circles and flowers and stuff like that. And then here is the foil for the Minch. As you can tell, I haven't opened it yet because I haven't opened the machine yet. I feel so guilty, but I will. I'll get to it. And then before we go to the drawers, I'll go ahead and take you to the top while we're here. This is just stuff. I got 2 mini die cutters right there. And here is the rest of my, well, some more of my washi, I should say. And this basket is full of washi. So yeah, that's that. I got this basket from Target. It was in the dollar spot. It was only like $1. So it is a pretty cool little metal basket. Plus it was the color that I wanted, which was cool. Then we have my mic that I still use, but I cover it up to keep the dust off of it. We don't have a mic cover around these parts, although I do want to make one. And then we have our boxes. This top box has loose card notes in it, and this one has my upper and lower case Amy Tangerine woodblock alphas. And then we have some of my Copics back there. We have some seashells, real seashells here that I've collected over the years. And from, we got some sand dollars I've collected from different beaches that I've liked to go to and things like that. So, and then we have some real seashells here. These I bought. I did not collect these, so I bought those. And then we have my thingy full of ribbon. Okay, so now that we did that and we did that shelf right there, we're going to go here to this one. As you can see, this is where all of my We Are Memory Keeper goodies are. I have and they're going to break me one of these days. I have my pocket maker here. I have, what is that? Envelope punch board here. I have my tab board right there where you can make your index tabs right here, this guy right there. And then way in the back there is my tag one. It's way in the back there. You can see it, that guy right there. And the camera is not focusing because it's focusing on my finger. Great. Okay. Let me see if I can take it out. Yeah, maybe yeah, there we go. There it is. This is my tag puncher. Yeah, there we go. Haha, got it. I should put that one in the front because it's smaller. I think someone came over and I was showing them that and I didn't put it back the way it was a week ago, something like that. I can't remember. All right, and then here are two more of those scrapbook.com storage keepers for the 3x4 and 4x6 cards. And these are all, the reason why these are separate, because these are all of my Ali Edwards cards. And yes, I am super guilty of not using them, but I do have a disclaimer. I have been, and these two here, these are all her cards as well, except for those in the back. Those are index tabs that came with the boxes. So I don't need to use them, so I just got them there, but just in case I want to use them, they're in there. And these boxes are super sturdy. I really like them because you can fit so many cards in here. And as you can see, this is just full of cards. Look at that. It's just full of cards. And I love this storage system because it sits right there. I can just take the whole thing over to my work area and pull out what I want. And no, I don't keep them in color. And no, I used to keep them by the theme, like when she would choose a word like light, up, black and white, morning, afternoon, you know, things like that. I used to just do that, but I don't do it anymore. Okay, and then here we have a stack that I pulled out of kits that I had that had been sitting, and so I decided to go ahead and pull out the pattern paper and just separate everything, and that's where it ended up. And then we have my drawer here with all of my ATG tape for my ATG gun. And yes, I do get the actual ATG stuff acid free, because I figured that if I'm going to put all that work into putting scrapbook pages together for memory keeping, I might as well use acid free, because I've seen what Polaroids look like once they get destroyed, and that's acid in there as well. So it's crazy. These are all my little tiny miscellaneous tools, refills, and things like that. This is my cutter, my circle cutter. This is one that you can travel with, so you don't have to take the big one. And then this goes to the curvy cutter right here. I have my Stampin' Majig in here. I got some ink dabbers in here. Yeah, it's full. And then here is some of the chalk inks all throughout this whole entire thingy, along with some Jenny Bolins from back in the day, and they all still work. Yes, they do. I'm really impressed. In here I have, let me put this tag up out the way. In here I have glitter, and more glitter, and stickles, and more stickles. Inks and alcohol inks, and more alcohol inks, and some confetti, gold foil, more confetti, and then my spray glues are also back there. So yeah, that's where all that stuff is kept. Okay, so we are pretty much finished with this cube. All those drawers, were just what they're titled, you know, I guess, but there's nothing really special about anything in here. But I do want to show you these. These are all the white cubes, all of them, and they go from here to here. And as you can see, they're kind of a different color because the three that are underneath this top one are all a different brand, and this is a Recollections brand. This was the brand that is actually more sturdier than the Recollections. But it would be nice if I did have more of these with the different handles. You can tell the different by the handles, what is what. So there you have it. This drawer here is the junk drawer. We won't even go open that one. And this one is all of my Ali Edwards. Yeah. This is the stuff that came in all of the kits that I decided to put in here and organize it. So I have all the stuff organized, and because I did this, I do find myself going in this drawer consistently all the time because it is organized and I can find some stuff that I want to use. Okay, and in this drawer, which is probably going to squeak. Ooh, it didn't. This drawer has, let me move this out the way, has all of these excess scrapbooking materials from leftover kits to all kinds of stuff here. I mean, I have it all organized so I can come in here and get what I want out of here, which I really love it like this. This is just super cool. And then this right here, this stack of monstrosity, not really monstrosity, but it's a big thick stack, is all of my Ali Edwards Alphas that were coming in the kits at one point. And then we also have the word sheets that she would put in the kits sometimes, and those are all on a ring. I put everything on a ring so I can access it. And then this is a specialty right here. This is specialty stuff right here. So this is like, and this all came from my Ali Edwards kits as well. And I do go in here and I do pull out stuff and I do use them. I use them for the Ali Edwards projects, even though I still order her kits because her kits are unique, and I'm really loving that fact that they're unique. Because I'll be honest with you, and I know not every scrapbooker feels like this, but I was there was that noise. I was beginning to feel like everything, all the colors were starting to look the same and to stay the same. There really wasn't too many bright, exciting, different types of patterns coming out, and I just got tired of the same old because I don't know, it's just me. So I decided to just cut buying scrapbooking kits, and I'm only with Ali Edwards subscription, her scrapbooking kit, and her story kit. Those are the things that I subscribe to. So here we have specialty paper. Did I show you what was in this one? Yeah, I did. Oops. Oh, sorry. That is the squeaky one. And I meant to put doilies here, but whatever. This is a drawer full of nothing but doilies, and I have a lot of them, and they're just piles and piles and piles. And if I take this out, you'll see they all just stack up and are all back there in the back. And oh my gosh, I just got all colors, all kinds. And then this is specialty paper, and this is just thrown in here. As you can see, we got specialty paper stuff right here, all that good stuff right there. And then we have stencils. This is my drawer full of stencils upon stencils upon stencils upon stencils. And then this is, okay, this drawer is the overflow of old junk stuff. So, and I keep it because I've went through a giant basket of it, so I keep it. And so now this is what's left of it. It's just stuff, you know, just older stuff, but I keep it for when I have company and they want to learn how to scrapbook. I pull this out. This is what I pull out. Or they want to make a card. This is what I pull out. They don't know the difference between the really good quality scrapbooking stuff and the okay quality stuff, or the older stuff. They don't know what's old and what's new. So that's why I just pull this out. And when my grandkids come too, I pull this out as well. Then we have the drawers where I make my charms, things to hang off my planners, charms that hang off anywhere, you know, a book or anything like that. And I'll show you one of the charms that I did make. And it's hanging off of one of my books. And then I'll show you a charm that someone gave me that has jade connected to it. And I think that is the coolest thing ever because it's got jade on it. Someone made that for me. And I'll show you that later. And then right here we have, let me pull this out. Right here we have our vellum and our acetate. So this is vellum and acetate. And this drawer was not that full at one point, but something happened. I don't know. I just started getting a bunch of vellum and acetate, I guess. In this drawer right here, we have nothing but words. Word stickers, word stickers, word stickers. I might go ahead and just take these out. I'm not sure because it's just taking up a drawer and it's not really that much in there. So I might take those out. And then, let's see. Let's go down here to the last drawer here. And then in this drawer, I have nothing but stickers, and there is a heck of a lot of stickers in here. It's just a big, thick, fat, oh, see, I can't even get to the bottom. Big, thick, fat, just stickers. This is the same. Oh, and I can't even open it. So hold on one second here. Let me try to open this. Okay, this is a drawer full of chipboard, 12 by 12, all kinds of chipboard that's been around for a heck of a long time. And I just save it. I save it. I really don't go through my scrap room that much because I find myself realizing that, ooh, one of these days you're going to retire, and then what are you going to have? So I call that, like Nicole Jones calls it, her retirement fund. And this is it right here. So the reason why that drawer is so full, here's more chipboard right here. And I can't even put this chipboard in there because it's that full. I mean, I have more chipboard there. Anyway, so that's that. So we're going to move along. Okay, so now we are over here. This is my Bible study kit right here when I take it with me on trips and stuff like that. Okay, and then these 3 containers here are thickers. Now, I know you guys are going, what in the living crap? Well, yeah, these are my thickers, and I'm sorry. They're all so tight and so full. This was one of the biggest reasons why I just stopped collecting kits, because I was getting so many thickers. Some of the kits were coming with 2 packs of thickers and things like that, and I couldn't do it anymore, and it was just too much. So we just do that, and I do use my thickers, as you can see, often. But it's just too much to keep up with. So this is what they look like. This is a huge container. It's about the size of the height of the thickers themselves. And the length of it is God knows, I don't know what, but it's just packed, and you can see this is very tight. And this one is the most recent one that I filled up. And the reason why I know is because it doesn't have the color tabs. I didn't even bother putting color tabs. They're in color order, but I didn't put the tabs in it to show you which, I didn't put the tabs in here to show you what colors are, because I was like, I'm done with this. So that is nothing but thickers. And their other 2 are the same. You can see that. See, they got the little color tabs in there, and they're the same. The one on the bottom is the same, except these 2 are tighter. I can't even get in them. So, yeah. All right, so this is my expedite. At the very top, that container right there, which is from IKEA, is full of stamps. Those 2 containers right there, which is also from IKEA, are full of stamps. They're older stamps, and they're packed. Some of them have been used, some of them have not. That bag is a bag of ribbon. This bag is where my jelly plates and some paints are. And this is the blue thing you see right there is the laminator. So that's that. On this shelf we have, the top shelf we have my stamping platform. I got 2 sizes, and this is the Tim Holtz stamping platform. I have the larger one and the smaller one. This is more sequins. And I took it down because that way you could see. And I like this little sequins holder. I got this from Michael's, and it's in the jewelry bead section. And I like this because each one of these compartments are individual. So they hold it, and they open up one at a time, so you're not spilling it. So this is another place where I got the rest of my sequins. Whoo boy, and that's just miscellaneous sequences and stuff like that. Alrighty, so that's what's there. And then that yellow stripe album is an album that's housing all of my 6x8 page protectors. This black album is new. This is another set of albums here, and all of these albums are blank. Yeah, all of them are all blank. Blank, 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 blank. Yeah. Anyway, this is the album. This is that jade charm I was telling you about, which is pretty heavy, and it's got jade throughout it. Okay, so now we are down on the next shelf. The next shelf holds all of my Tonic Studios dies and these nice little die envelope things, and each one of these things has 5 kits in it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then this is where my dies are. My metal dies houses all the metal dies there, as you can see. And then over here on this shelf are all of my albums. These albums are all projects. This is my traveling album. This is my everyday memory keeping album. This is what I'm making for my granddaughter. This one is empty though. This one has the Ali Edwards. This is the planner kit where you can plan out your stories, plan out and your design out your layout on what you're going to do in your stories. And oh wait, no, this one's empty. This one's not. This one. And this is my day in the life album that I did complete, and it's right now, and it turned out really good. I love that when Ellie does those things. This is also my felt portfolio, well, traveler's notebook, pieces of life, and I completed that. And then here are all of my one little words. This is when she started doing them in the smaller albums, 2016, and she's been in smaller albums ever since. So these are all the smaller ones, and all of these are complete. This one's the 2021, and this one was I think the most, that one was I think for me, 2021 was the best. It was the best one. I enjoyed that. So that's my one little word, and these are all my one little words. And 2016, she was putting them in. We did bigger albums back in the day, but those are stored somewhere else. So that's why. All right, and here we have a new addition to the scrap room, which is my vintage ASMR scrapbooking. This is my album here, and my little album here, my specialty fountain pens, my specialty scissors, my vintage, everything over here is vintage. And I got the little tins here that have vintage stuff in it. I have my my wax and the rest of my fountain pen. So this is a fountain pen. My wax here and my ink to write, and all the stuff in the back there. That's all my vintage stuff for my ASMR. And we have pattern paper, colored paper, cardstock, color cardstock. And then here's where all of my tiny alphas are kept. Little tiny small ones. And this thing is full. As you can see, it is full. My big half-inch tape runner, which works really well. I just don't fill it up all the time because I'm lazy. Okay, and then here we go. Some more. These are all paper pads right here that I'm showing you here. I'm sorry, paper pads here. These are all paper pads here. All paper pads. And then we have some specialty papers here. Some more cardstock. And then these are the specialty cardstocks that are in this container right here. And then we have also specialty card for card making. These are card making. So all of this, from this white all the way down to this black container, are all for card making. Right here is where I'm storing all of my plastic sleeves, all different sizes. I mean, anywhere from 8.5 by 11 to tiny ones, 3 by 4s, all down there, and even tinier than that. I have some 2 by 2s. And then I have some more stuff here. This is the mats. Oh, sorry, I'm not even focusing on that. This is all my plastic sleeves, anywhere from 8.5 to 2 by 2s. This is some other stuff. This is my mats for my crickets. Some 12 by 12s, more 12 by 12s, Project Life 12 by 12s, all different sizes, and they're all marked on the box as to what they are. Like this is A and D, and the other one is what is that? LM. Oh, focus. Yeah, so they're all marked. Further down, we have my my 6 by 6 paper pads, and these 2 black thingies here. We have ephemera here that I've put into these little packages here, and we have the new addition to some more of my ASMR in these 2 white containers here. Scrapbooking, vintage scrapbooking. Ali Edwards stamps. All of them, just about. More paper pads. And then down the bottom, oh boy, Then we have more papers down there. This is cardstock from cardstock when I was on their design team. Project albums I'm working on. Some older stuff. Some more vintage. This is all vintage here, like these little envelopes right here. Here and this is all my vintage ASMR stuff right there. And then we have some hole punches there. Some more hole punchers there. I meant to say punchers, not punches, but anyway. So that's that. And that is a lot. So we're going to draw back. I'll show you one more place though. This nice little neat storage thingy here is for my ASMR vintage scrapbooking. Inside of it, which I will take you and show you because a lot of people don't really get a chance to see this because it's so big, is inside we have, let's open this up. You have to unsnap these. And these are some of the storage ideas I have for vintage scrapbooking. So these are all my vintage papers, as you can see, for the ASMR vintage scrapbooking. And I've, you know, a lot of these came from out of my own scrapbooking stash. I didn't even know I even owned all of this, or I forgot I did until I went through it. So that's where that's come from. So that is a prelude to, so that's that. And we're going to swing around here. So bear with me, swing around because I kept this closed for a reason. A prelude to these. These are all of my storage containers for my vintage scrapbooking, and they all have little bits and pieces of stickers, vintage papers, vintage everything in each one of these. So that's what's in this container. This is part of my ASMR, and they're full. Okie dokie, guys. I want to thank you for coming along on this nice little tour of my scrapbook room, and I do appreciate you guys taking the time out to take a look at this. Like I said, there is so much stuff here, and I really didn't want to break this up into two parts because that's where you lose people at. So it's good to have it in one big chunk, and that is that. So once again, thank you guys so much for joining me today on this tour. Alrighty, take care. And if you have any questions or want to know where I got any of the storage things, I will do my best to help you out and remember if I don't. And I will definitely leave, let you know where you can get the same storage containers if you are interested in that. Especially anybody that's interested in the vintage scrapbooking containers, because it's a combination between 3 places where I got it from. So, all right, guys, take care and have a great and wonderful 2022. And I will see you then. Bye.